You are watching footage of the Greenville 2-gun July match of 2023. I know it says 2-gun, but this month was carbine only, so you won't be seeing any pistol action. The format that I've decided to stick to is to go over my stages from start to finish, first just so you can watch them, and then I'll go back over them and critique a few things, point a few things out that I learned at these matches. If you don't care to hear my commentary, you can skip to each stage using the timeline or use the links in the description. There's a little bit of footage of other shooters as well, and a funny interview at the end, so stick around for that. Note that we are starting with stage 6 because I was in squad 6. We'll go to stage 1 right after this.
Shooter, do you understand the course of fire?
Yes, sir.
You may load and make ready. Hey, first stage Giddy.
That's all I need. Right to left on everything.
Right to left?
Yep.
Shooter, give me a nod when ready. Shooter indicates ready. Stand by. Hit! 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 Hit!
Alright, overall not a bad run. Let's run it back and analyze it. Right off the bat, here's a great example of your stage plan going right out the window as soon as that timer goes off. I've started with my strong hand when I meant to start with my weak hand, so I'll swap immediately and change back over on the next position. So that wasn't actually an awesome split. That was accidental bump fire. Happens a couple of times at this match, so we're going to track that. Right here I got sucked into a groove of a couple of good hits in a row and totally threw my last shot. Started to stand up, corrected, and continued. So overall, not a bad stage. I just wish I was a little bit more patient confirming my hits, and I had stuck with my stage plan at the beginning. I think I ended up 11th overall, which was pretty much exactly where I wanted to be.
Anybody run a tablet? Make ready. Are you ready?
Yep.
Standing by. Hold it down.
Time.
So here we are on stage 1. I was pretty happy with this one. We started out with our rifles resting on a window on this flimsy structure that made the bump fire problem a lot worse. I wasn't able to maintain positive pressure of my stock on my shoulder, which caused me to double up a couple of times, which you'll see here. I think this was the first time I had ever shot USPSA turtle targets, but because of the scoring system of 2-gun, which requires either one A-zone hit or 2 hits anywhere, wasn't really an issue. There's the first reload of the day. And the clays. On this second to last array, I'm not sure why I didn't just go left to right. That would have been a lot smoother and makes more sense given the cover. Stage 2 was shot blind, which means I wasn't able to set up my drone beforehand and have no footage of myself shooting it. But basically, at the timer start, we would load and engage targets as we saw them. My time is shown here in the bottom left.
All right, are you ready? Stand by. Down. Good. Anchor down. Side forward. Anchor up and down. Range is clear.
Time you got?
This stage was a lot of fun, but much more difficult. Shooting these 4-inch steel plates at 50 yards proved to be quite a challenge. Shooting offhand with no support. It was at this point that I just decided to cut my losses and reload while I moved between positions. There's a delay between my first 2 shots here. I really should have figured out what position I was going to take up before I started shooting. At this point, I was out of ammo and reloading. Since the RO called the target good, I went ahead and moved to the next position. This last array is what we call a hoser, which is a large quantity of open targets, no penalty targets between. I could have saved myself a lot of time and ammo if I just placed one A-zone hit on each target instead of doing 2 or 3 shots per.
Side forward. Anchor up and down. Range is clear.
Time you got?
He called that one good. You called it good.
I called it good. Yeah. I thought he was going to shoot on the right and missed the one on the left. That was my bad.
That one's still up, right?
But I called it good, so we're giving it to you.
Okay.
I thought you were going to keep shooting it to right, and I didn't see you didn't hit that.
I was about to tell him to go back, but he told him to leave. So.
Stage 4. Unfortunately, I didn't have my microphones up and running for this stage, so I improvised and just pasted gunshots over the video. This stage was very technical in that it required us to fire 1 round on the first target, 2 rounds on the second target, and so forth to the 5th target while moving forward, and then walk backwards, placing 1 round on the 5th target, 2 rounds on the 4th target, 3 rounds on the 3rd target, and so forth back to the 1st target. If that sounds overly complicated, it's because it was. We had a really difficult time reading the stage brief, but here's Drew making it look easy.
Stand by. Load and make. Shooter ready? Yep. Stand by. You're done. Road show clear.
So here we are finally on the last stage of the day, which was another hoser with a twist. The targets are broken up between 2 distinct areas. You had to move back, transition to the other side, and continue.
Shooter ready? Yep. Stand by. You're done.
I put an additional round on that second to last target because I wasn't sure if I had the hits or not that I needed. I was really happy with my final time of 8.67. The fastest time on this stage was 7.14.
Yeah, is it in the head? Is it? That single? Yeah, it was right here. I'm pretty sure the gun ends somewhere up here, right? Oh wait, here's one right here, right there. Okay, yeah, that's good. Sure, we'll take it.
So overall, I thought it was a pretty good match. Had a lot of fun. Learned a lot of good lessons about my gear and my mindset going into it. Quite a few examples of the stage plan going completely out the window as soon as the buzzer goes off, but that's something that improves with time and repetition. I've shot quite a few matches since this one, and I've done a lot better about sticking to that stage plan beforehand. The trigger doubling up or bump firing was something I worked on for a while. Pinning the trigger seemed to mitigate it a little bit, but I think the final plan is to just swap to a 2-stage Geisley or something similar. I always enjoy my time out at Greenville Gun Club. This one was no exception. I was really excited to bring the drone out and get some footage for y'all. I hope to do that a lot more in the future and put more videos like this out for y'all to watch. It's really good for me to review, and I think it's also pretty entertaining. Anyway, thanks for 15 minutes of your attention. Here are some final thoughts that some of the other shooters shared.
You're missing one. It's like, oh.
I put the gun in him, so I pulled
Anything
back
for the
out.
folks back home?
Shot. My last, my last bullet for the day.
Drink water.
That's cool.
Yeah, I ended the day with, like, I don't know. maybe
I don't know.
whatever.
Stick to the A's.
Just like dad advice from Grand.
There you go. There you go. This
Yeah.
will be used as evidence in court.
Ah, don't leak the group chat, boys.
There you go. We'll take it.
I budgeted based on